What's up, everybody? This is Karak with ACG, and welcome to the exciting Games of May video. I'm going to be honest, I could have called this the maybe Games of May, or the I'm done with everything else, I'll probably play this Games of May video. But you know what? You never really know how things are going to work out. Looks can be deceiving. If you don't agree with me, go and try to pet a wild honey badger or something, then come back to me when your hammered-in horseshoes used as staples have put your groin back together. So what I've done is I've looked around for games that interest me when it comes to May. And it hasn't been easy, but I've found a couple. Of course, you'll have some of your own, and I'd like to hear them in the comments section. And if you like the video, maybe subscribe. Let's begin right away with a banger. This is a title that's very easy to suggest, and that's Void Bastards on Switch, May 7th. FPS with some roguelike bits. This is a game that has you traipsing through derelict spaceships, collecting items to further your journey, and each time you die, you come back as another prisoner with various attributes. Sometimes you're colorblind, other times you're like a pair of boxers washed in cold water and all just shrunk down. Some of the changes offer bonuses to how the game feels as it plays. Other times it's just some kind of strange thing that's occurring. And what I like about Void Bastards is it never really worries if you're going to actually enjoy playing that particular character. You just get them and you have to sort of do what you can do with what you get. It comes out on Switch here very soon. And speaking of very soon, here's another one. It's called Someday You Will Return. This is May 5th. Every day of every month, there seems to be another psychological thriller. The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, What Remains of Edith Finch, The Stanley Parable, Dear Esther, and Starving of Sally Struthers. That last one might actually not be real. But most of them always sound like some kind of CSI case file that's been delinquent. And along comes another one, and that's Someday You Will Return. This is a psychological thriller where you're a father searching for your runaway daughter, but as you continue to do so, that search brings out the truth of past events, and that starts to come to the forefront, and it's mixed with real life and false memories. Those start to overlap as you explore the deep, dark recesses of your mind, as well as the deep, darker recesses of a forest in your search to try to find her. It's always going to be about the gameplay in these titles, so we never quite know. Speaking of gameplay, nothing comes close to the meaning of games and playing like being a friggin' shark in a role-playing game. And you guys absolutely know I have to bring it up every time. This is Maneater, May 22nd. It is finally about time, everybody. Someone got their RPG in our shark fin soup, and it is time to take out all of that ancient heritage and rage on the bipedal humans that swim around in your world. And I mean, if you think about it, wouldn't you want to kill somebody if they just ripped the roof off your friggin' house and stuck their feet into your room anyway? You can upgrade yourself. You can chase people around on land. You can fight off a rip-off Quint wannabe from Jaws, a nemesis of your own as you put on shark armor. It's pretty much got everything. Let's hope it is as cool as it sounds and not some strange amalgamation of horrors like a platypus. But so far, this is a game that looks to be one of the biggest hits in April, which either says much about a gamer's desire to see a shark RPG or says that April's the monthly equivalent of Christian Bale and The Machinist. And speaking of thin, this is a game that's always skirted the line between its own full-fledged identity and nothing more than being known as a ripoff of its larger, more expensive brother. That is Saints Row, and in this case, Saints Row the Third, Remastered. It's out on May 22nd. This game probably isn't on anyone's top 10 games of the year list, even if you only had 9 games that were released that year. But I enjoyed the hell out of the Saints Row series, and in particular, I enjoyed 3, and seeing it get a remaster and seeing it look a great deal better just makes me want to enjoy it all the more. Always a little bit on the zany side, the game comes with improved graphics, the 3 expansion packs, and will set you back $39.99. During a summer that seems most of us are having about as much fun as being the tooth in someone else's root canal, I can only cheer for a game like this. Let's hope it doesn't turn out to be a cheap cash-in. Speaking of cheap cash-ins, okay, seriously, I hope this one is not, but we do have Minecraft Dungeons. This is a bit Diablo, a whole lot of Minecraft, and throw in some multiplayer, tons of gear and quests in a Minecraft world, Minecraft Dungeons. While the previews have been a bit hit and miss, with balance issues being one of the major complaints we're seeing, picking up any weapon you want as there's no classes and doing it all in an ARPG style. Traipsing through Minecraft world, smashing the hell out of everything without worrying about building your own mud hut for the 400th time as somebody blows it apart, actually is something I want to check out and play. But there is probably nothing on this list I want to check out and play more than XCOM 2 for the Switch, May 29th. This has been an incredibly long time coming. XCOM 2 was originally released in 2016. So here we are, we're going on almost 4 years later. XCOM 2 has that strategy chops to make it exciting. But the idea of playing this thing on the Switch sort of scares the crap out of me. The consoles themselves had some serious FPS issues, so thinking of this on Nintendo's little handheld actually makes me suspicious of what cutbacks will need to happen. On the other hand, if the strategy is there, damn, I'm all over this because it's friggin' XCOM, and playing XCOM while sitting on the toilet's up there with maybe wanting Jason Statham to play the Hitman in the next movie, which means pretty high for me. But I'm not quite sure how some of these are going to end up panning out. For me, XCOM 2 has to be right up there as one of the more important releases for the Switch, as well, of course, as Void Bastards. This is a month where a lot of titles moved in and out of it, different delays came up, and so what we see is a month that maybe didn't hit as hard as last month or the month before because of how everything moved. This is a time, I think, though, to check out those AA titles, to check out those budget titles and get in on something that's a little bit different, or jump into the backlog if you believe in those. So anyway, that's it for me. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Check out all the different places. They're in the description that you can follow me. Of course, iTunes and Spotify has all the podcasts if you don't get a chance to check those out live on Fridays on Twitch. And you can become a patron, one of the best groups ever. I would love to have you there. So if I've warned you away from a crappy game or maybe found one that you weren't expecting to like, maybe jump on in. That's it for me. Peace out. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your week. Oh, and I'll see you Thursday live. We'll be doing a Twitch stream of the Xbox event.